I'm Betty White, and welcome to International News Daily. Today we're going to Skype two very special guests in our post-classical segment. Their names are Mansa Musa and Marco Polo, and they are both travelers. They have both traveled the world for many years and are both very wealthy and powerful men. Now with Marco Polo in Italy.
Thanks for having us, Betty. I'm excited to discuss our adventures here on Skype.
Yo, 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 Mansa Musa in the house, all the way from Mali, Africa, ready to talk about some history.
Please, a little bit about yourselves.
My name is Marco, and I was born in Venice, Italy on September 15, 1254. I worked with my father, Niccolo, and my uncle, Maffeo. We took a long business expedition that landed us in China during the Yuan dynasty when Kublai Khan ruled.
Hey everybody, I'm Mansa Musa. I was born 1280, and I'm the 10th century Masa of Mali. Most of the stories people tell about me are from when I did the Mahaj to Mecca. I left in 1324 and returned just over a year later.
Today we're going to discuss the differences between your economic and social impacts and the similarities in your political effects.
Let's do this.
We're going to start off with the economical sides of your journeys. Both of you had a large wealth at one point of your lives. Marco, could you please tell us what happened with yours?
I was born into a merchant family. My father, uncle, and I took a campaign to China, and we traded goods along the way. We reached China in 1271. Our route was called Cathay.
That's the same as the Silk Road, right?
Oh yes, I forgot the name change. Once in China, I became close to Kublai Khan, and he gave me plenty of money as I did random jobs for him.
How did Venice greet you?
It was actually in war with Genoa when I got back.
Well, how did that affect you and your wealth?
I was captured as a prisoner and wasn't released for 4 years, so I couldn't do much with the money.
I bet I had more gold. I gave out gold as I traveled, and all the people loved me.
How did giving out that much gold affect its value?
They kind of lowered it by 25%.
Ha! 25%? That's terrible.
Don't be a hater. I actually ran out of money on my way back.
How did you survive after that?
I have friends in high places. Actually, I borrowed from merchants I knew on my way back through Cairo. I carried those debts for a long time.
Well, now we're going to talk a little bit about the social differences between the two travelers' experiences. Mansa Musa, how about you tell us a little bit about what you did for your people in your country?
Well, I probably start by saying that I'm a Muslim. I'm proud of my religion, but it wasn't really common in my country at the time. Only the truly wealthy and powerful, such as myself, really saw the true potential in Islam.
How did your journeys affect the spread of Islam in North Africa?
I was making it rain so much that eventually some people in my country heard about it and decided to convert to Islam.
And what kind of impact did that have on your country?
Well, it changed a bunch of rules since so many people changed their religions. You could probably say it was pretty important.
And why do you think you had such an impact on your society?
Well, I answered to the big dog, Allah, my boy, and it answered a lot of the people's questions about life that the polytheistic God couldn't answer.
Oh yeah? Well, at least I made my country wealthier rather than sending it into an economic crisis.
I wouldn't say crisis.
But it was a crisis.
Hey, don't hate Playboy.
I brought culture to my society.
What kinds of ideas did you bring back to Italy?
I helped cartographers make maps based on my travels.
Is that all?
Of course not. I introduced the idea of paper money. It changed the world as we know it. I also told of how they burn coal for fuel in China.
Sounds like you really enriched Venice's culture.
Alright. I mean, that was pretty good, but it ain't nothing compared to my effects on Islam society.
Let's stop arguing and talk about some similarities. You both had powerful political positions, didn't you?
As I said, I'm a Musa. That's the same thing as an emperor in Mali. I was the most powerful of all my people.
How long did you rule for?
I ruled the Mali Empire from 1312 to 1337, and I was a very good ruler. All the people loved me.
How about you, Marco?
I gained a bit of power while working with Kublai. I held multiple positions in his court while there.
Any examples?
I was a tax inspector for 3 years in Yanzhou, once again showing that I'm better with money.
Did Kublai give you any special powers?
I was actually given a paper with a golden seal from him. It allowed me to travel anywhere and give commands to my people.
So you both like to boss people around.
It's my favorite thing to do.
We can tell. Here's a picture of a seal Kublai might have given out.
Hey, don't hate Playboy because I'm the king in my country.
I wasn't hating, I was just showing that other people can have power too.
You two are really feisty.
I apologize.
Let's take a break and go to our Traveler's Visual section. Those images were brought to you by Rockville Heath High School, our biggest sponsor. Welcome back. When we left off, we were talking to Marco Polo and Mansa Musa. We've had a great conversation this episode.
Yes, we have, Betty. I've really enjoyed learning about the comparison of my trip to Musa's.
Yeah, me too. I had a great time.
Let's have a quick recap. You two had very different situations with money, didn't you?
Yes, I ended my journey as a very rich man.
I was just a little down in the bank after the Mahaj, but it was worth it.
How did your social contributions to your societies match up?
I spread the great religion of Islam as I traveled.
And I brought the ideas for many innovations to Venice.
Sounds like you both did quite a bit. I'm sure it made your hometowns a lot more cultured. And finally, you both held political power, didn't you?
I held power in Kublai's court.
I am the ruler of an empire.
All very interesting. Well, it's been a great segment today here on International News Daily. Let's have a big round of applause for our guests.
Thanks for having us, Betty.
I'm Betty White, and I'll see you again tomorrow. That's so much.